ready or not, here it comes. You're looking at, in some places, potentially upwards of 27% excise tax on ammo. Goodness gracious, well, what is this? Well, let's start with currently there is a federal excise tax on ammo. It's 11%. Now, what that ultimately means is no matter where in the country you buy ammo, you have your state tax, potentially. Some states don't have a state tax. Here in Missouri, it's around 6.7%. So you have your 6.7% here in Missouri, and then you additionally have the 11% excise tax. Well, now New York is pushing forward their state excise tax of an additional 11%. Now, I just want to kind of pause for a moment and talk about what excise tax is. Excise tax is any tax put on things that can cause harm or are like a sin tax, like cigarettes, alcohol, gambling, as well as things that might cause damage to infrastructure like heavy equipment. There's certain things that they'll throw an excise tax on because of, I guess, they deem it dangerous to some degree. So now what New York is looking at is they're looking at 22% start. All right, now something about New York, if I understand this correctly, I used to live there, so you New Yorkers, you let me know. But there's also sales tax, and it's around 7%. But there's also city taxes in many of the cities, including New York City. So you could really be pushing 30, 40%. Now, of course, they're not going to sell ammo. I don't believe they sell ammo anywhere in New York City. I could be wrong. Put it below if you know. But if they were to, you're looking at over 30% increase. Now, if you go outside the city, which now is more realistic, you'll find ammo outside the city limits, you're looking at around 27%. So now what you have is a $20 box of ammo costs around $26, more than a fourth increase. And that's just kind of getting started. And, this is going to obviously change depending on which state you're in. I know like Oregon, they don't have any sales tax, but they definitely have excise tax on all sorts of stuff. And of course, the federal excise tax of 11% applies across the board. So yeah, chances are ammo already darn expensive enough will mark up a quarter, to some degree in a lot of places. This is terrible, just terrible. But there you go, an additional 11% excise tax in the state of New York on ammo. Any thoughts or insight? Definitely put that below. I also want to know, what is it like? Like, what is the tax system in your state? Like, kind of what percentage are you paying increase on ammo in your state as well? Especially if you're in California, Illinois, some of those very anti-Second Amendment states, or even like in Oregon where there's no sales tax, but you of course have all sorts of excise tax. What are you dealing with there? Put it below. Like, take a moment, say most people watch this channel, they're not subscribers. Please take a moment, hit that subscribe button. Greatly increases the algorithm and our ability to get these messages out. That link is below. Most important part of this channel, we take prayer requests. Don't ever hesitate to send that in. Thank you for watching this episode of God, Family, and Guns. And as always, love God, love your family, love guns.